Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 30th, 2025. I think I got it right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Java Cafe. Good to see you in the room this morning. We are here for a quick shot while the holidays are going on, just still checking in basically every day except the holidays. And so today we're going to take a very a thankful testimony Tuesday approach, what the old school church folks used to call popcorn testimony. And so what we're going to ask you to do is, first of all, do me a favor, like and share this broadcast today. And if you have not followed Java with Jimmy on Instagram and Facebook, please go and like and do that, and invite others to be a part of the Java family as well. We're going to go in a couple of seconds. I see a few folks jumping on over in Instagram. Going to jump in the Facebook section in just a few moments of the Java Cafe, but do me a favor and just invite others into the Java Cafe as we kind of examine 2025. What were the tests that were unexpected, unsolicited, that we didn't want? And what were the tests and some things that we put ourselves in places of challenge to grow and expand? And we're just going to do what we usually do. Get one word for what we were doing and how we accomplished those things, what we learned about ourselves. So that's going to be sort of our agenda for today. And so first, let's go in the Instagram section and see who's in the room this morning so far. I see photo and fitness. I am Tay Lorp. Good to see you in the room. Brother DL is in the room. Jay Recht is in the room. Brother Jesse, Big Tiat is in the room. I think I got that right. Joaz is in the room. And good morning to you all over there. The only Ray Harper, I'm sorry, is in the room this morning over in the Instagram section and over in Facebook this morning so far. Milagro, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Mama Java, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. And also Michelle D. Smith, good to see you in the room this morning. The good pastor, Sharon Cornelius, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning. Sister Debbie, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. And also my sister Nakia Hills, good morning. Good to see you in the room as well. And so as we get ready, Nicole, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. As we are doing a quick shot today, someone texted me yesterday and said, yeah, every time you say a quick shot, it goes longer and longer. But yeah, I got things to do today. As we are going to do a quick shot around, testimony, thankfulness today, I'm going to ask you to just get ready to put one word in the comments. What is one area? What is one thing? And let's start with the unsolicited. What's something that came up that tested you? What's a testimony this morning around something that you didn't expect? One of those things that there's a testimony in this somewhere. What was that for you? And I hate when the sun shifts because it changes the whole color in here. I still got to get. Anyway, as you all know, we're in a new location. But anyway, let's talk about thankfulness. Let's talk about testimony real quick. As we have a quick shot this morning, while you're getting ready for folks to do that in the comments, put one area that talks about an area that was unsolicited test. And even in that, it can cause you to grow. And so don't forget, do me a favor, make sure you like and share this with others and invite them into the Java Cafe this morning. While you're doing that and letting us know what it is that you were tested with this year, we want to remind you of a couple of things. First thing is we are testing the water, no pun intended. We're testing the water with the Coalition for a Resilient and Inclusive Waterfront and trying to ensure that your voices are heard in what's going on in the development of Boston's waterfront. Boston Harbor Now just signed an agreement with the city of Boston about stewarding the Harbor Walk. And so as they are looking to community and different folks and stakeholders, make yourself a stakeholder and put on your favorite song and take a few minutes and just put this in your browser. Or if you happen to be watching Java with Jimmy on your TV, Take your smart device, your phone, and go and scan the code there. If you are not watching on a TV and just want to put this in your browser real quick, jwj.info/CRIWSURVEY. And we will also go and put that link in the comments as well. So you can go ahead and do the survey there. Additionally, we want to remind you that if you are not insured, that the Boston Health Connector Care, you guide, we enable, and it's your health. And so for more information about getting health insurance, and if you make a payment by the 23rd of this month, you will be insured by February 1st. And so visit masshealthconnector.org or call 1-877-MA-ENROLL. Again, visit masshealthconnector.org or call 1-877-MASS or MA-ENROLL, which is ENROLL. All right, I'm getting ready to go back to the comments. I hope I see some of your areas of testimony and growth in there as we, in a few minutes, we'll get ready to wrap up. Quick shot this morning. We'll go a little bit over next week's agenda and some things as well. Let me see if I see any words. I see all the greetings and the good mornings. Pastor Sharon is getting her colonoscopy earlier this year. Or yeah, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that colonoscopy stuff on a Your Healthy Java episode, which we got December set. I need to get January set for Your Healthy Java, which is actually Tuesday. So we'll figure that out in the next couple of days. Brother Milton, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Brother, good to see you in the room. Michelle D. Smith, thank you for participating. Unsolicited tests, transition to full-time self-employment earlier than expected due to a toxic environment and a nonprofit youth-serving organization. Well, I have an idea of which one that is, and I used to be there too. And I know that if we're talking about the same one. So I'm going to leave that alone, and we're just going to be glad that you are being stretched in the area of entrepreneurship. And I can tell you, and Anthony Davis Jr. is in the room as well. It's a testimony. It's a testimony, unsolicited, solicited, being an entrepreneur. Yeah, I learned a lot this year. Since we're talking about testimonies and thankfulness, I learned a lot this year. But this year is very, very different, very, very different. On a different scale, Nicole Hart is sharing with us loneliness and love. I decided to be transparent and share something I wrote in my journal last night about it. That is awesome. Doing things that you never done before, challenging yourself, and then being able to journal and have a safe space that you create for yourself to go back and talk about it. Nicole, do you go back and look in your journal? I do. And I started journaling right before a breakup. And oh my God, I look back at some stuff and I'm like, what? I'll say it. What the hell was wrong with you? Please, giving somebody that much power to influence your emotions. Almost going to make me cuss. Look who's in the room this morning. Miss Teresa, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Glad you are coming along well. I hope you got my joke yesterday. Sandy, good to see you in the room this morning as well. She already has the date for the next community recognition event that's going on in October of 2026. So make sure you follow her to keep up to date with what's going on with that next celebration, celebrating folks from the community. My brother Brandon was over on Instagram as well. Good to see you in the room this morning. All right. I only see three. Sharon, Michelle D. Smith, and Nicole shared an area of unsolicited test and where you can recognize thankfulness. And so we're getting ready to move in some of the intentional things. And it's good to see Rochelle in the room because we know that she's intentional about her test as being a marathoner. And we seen you outside the other night in non-marathon clothes. Hi, Rochelle. Oh, I got to shave, jeez. I'm holding on because there's a lot going on next week and I want to be fresh for it. So anyway, all right. One last chance, one word, one thing that lets us know where you were tested this year. And then we're going to move into some of the things that we're intentional about in stretching ourselves, knowledge base. Um, this year I did it a couple of years ago, and this year I had to incorporate some real agape, unconditional love, knowing that not that you had a knife in my back, but you had a knife in my chest. Like, and I purposely allowed myself to be aware and know everything that both of you were doing. So, in case a couple of your trolls let you know what was said this morning, um, yeah, well, one of them still has access for now. Anyway, let me get back and not be shady this morning. My mother said I learned not to open my Hi, Ma. So Miss Teresa said that along, I'm sure this is a part with my mother's comment, forgiveness. We thank God that there is also in that learning that forgiveness and stuff. We about to go to commercial. My mother said hi, Ma, Jesus Lord. So where were we? Okay, so the solicited test. What were the things that we did? What books? What marathons, Rochelle? What um I just mentioned, being aware and still practicing love. Soon to be from a distance and tough love. But what are some things that you tested yourself with? Cooking, um, saving money, exercising, journaling. Let us know what it is that you did, so we can get ready to wrap up, as this is a quick shot of job. And I'm sticking to 10. Y'all will get 31. I'll give you 10:31 today so you can get your hour. For those of you that are still, because what the heck happened yesterday with Sharon Cornelius and the points and the oh boy, there was a whole matter. Y'all lifted an offering or something was going on. Okay. Anthony Davis Jr., good friend and brother. All right, let me back up here so I can read the whole thing. Their unsolicited test this year as a business owner, managing your emotions, temperament when new opportunities don't necessarily come with new resources. TDS has been involved with a lot this year, but doesn't always mean we're being properly resourced. Hi, brother Anthony. And anyway, well, sir. That is unsolicited. And so we're getting ready to get into solicited. What are some places, some areas that we challenged ourselves? Miss Teresa said forgiveness again. So forced forgiveness and then intentional forgiveness. Okay, that's real. That's real. All right, I think I got Rochelle says she was outside keeping it sexy. Ooh, okay. Um, okay. Solicited test. Let's go. You all got 11 minutes. We got to go over some announcements for next week, and then we're going to get to pray more. Ma, really? Because Ma, I get texts and whatnot, and send Ma text in a minute about things that people reach out to me. Some people actually reach out to me and ask me, can you tell your mother and them to pray? And so I send it right to her. Sharon Cornelius is saying unsolicited tests, not counseling on Sundays. Unsolicited tests. Oh, good, good, good. Taking a break after worship, you going home or going to eat or going to shop. That is wonderful. Sharon, we're glad you're doing that. Anthony Davis said, "Oh, I know how you feel me." Yes, I do, brother. Man, listen, and it has impact. Some of the free stuff I've done has impact on me it's had impact on TDS. So anyway, all right, unsolicited. You got a couple more minutes. While you're doing that, let's just keep a few things in mind. We will be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. to check in for our last episode for 2025. And can you believe that next year we will turn 6 years? We will complete the year of doing this for 6 years in March, which is crazy. But we'll be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. to end the year. And then also Monday, we will not be here Monday. Next week, we're only here on Tuesday and Wednesday. And on We Need to Know Wednesday, I am bringing into the Java Cafe our good friends, brother and sister, CEO and founder, and also operations director, chief operations officer at TDS, which is Anthony Davis Jr. and Aaron Davis. They have a venture that they are launching, or doing again, rather, that they do often at Salem State and other places. But they are making available a knowledge base to those that are looking to get into electoral politics, campaign managers, field organizers, all of that stuff, campaigning 101. Anthony and Aaron are doing that at the end of January, the early part of February. And so they're going to talk with us about it next Wednesday. Additionally, Tuesday, we prospectively will have Boston's new city council president on Tuesday. And then, so next week we're starting, starting the year off with politics. And Tuesday, I have to figure out some healthy Java component as well. Also on the 15th, just to let you know, as far as, and let me go back chronologically. So Tuesday and Wednesday, regular programming. And then Thursday, we will be live at 12:30 p.m. from WGBH. And I am happy to announce that our guest, in her first sit-down interview since leaving the mayor's office, former communications director Jessica Pierre will join me on WGBH to chat about communications, her story, her experience, and also the importance of filtered utilization of social media, something along those lines. And so you're hearing it this morning that Jessica Pierre will join me on GBH on Thursday, January 8th at 12:30 p.m. So please keep that in mind and plan to tune in. And then on the 15th, the next week, on Thursday, the 15th in the evening, our partner, ABCD Health Services, will be with us to talk about human trafficking. One of the affinity months for January is human trafficking awareness and prevention. And so we're going to talk about that on the 15th with ABCD Health Services. Okay. I believe that is it for me. We have some new folks that popped in this morning. Michelle, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Also, Latoya, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Anthony said that his unsolicited test was learning that sleep is not rest. Good God. And rest is not always sleep. I tried to be a little deep there. No, I'm messing. What you call it? Juice. What's up, brother? Julian Miller. Good to see you in the room. Boston's hottest motivational, number one motivational speaker. Good to see you in the room, brother. Morning, brother. Sending love and positive energy. Happy holidays. Same to you, bro. Good. Yo, I rode up Copeland the other day. It's and there was a couple of dudes out there, and I rode by and I almost was offended. Yeah. It looked a lot different from riding through there years ago, seeing y'all and whatnot. But yeah, good to see you in the room, brother. Good to see you in the room. Sharon, Katrina is in the room. I saw her as well. Good to see you in the room. Where did you get that chicken? Sharon is not in here talking about chicken. Okay, solicited test, forgiveness, unsolicited test, forgiveness again, intentional test, forgiveness again and again. Listen, forgiveness. Ma said that she is her unsolicited is working on relaxation. Absolutely. And then Michelle said that facts on that, we must learn to do both. Absolutely. And Juice said it's definitely different out there on Copeland. It is. I was like, wow, it's just different. All right, folks, we're going to get ready to wrap up. It's 10:25. Brother Christopher Henson, good to see you in the room, nephew. Love what you're doing out there. Love what you're doing out there. Unfortunately, people got a singled laser-eyed impression of you off a post a couple of weeks ago, but hopefully everything around that has resolved itself. And thank God for our greeter to let us know that Brother Wadi jumped on. Good to see you in the room, brother. Good to see you in the room. As you can see, Wadi, I'm in a new setup. and we'll catch up and talk about that later. But we got about 5 minutes left. And so as we get ready to wrap up today, let's be intentional. We're going to talk a little bit about it tomorrow, but as we're talking about tests this year, unsolicited and solicited, and I want to thank and acknowledge Thaddeus and Uncle Thaddeus, rather, and Michelle D. Smith around understanding the difference of unsolicited and solicited tests. And so thank and appreciate both of them. Before we get ready to wrap up, what are you? This is a good one. Today's the 30th. What is today? Today is the 30th, right? What are you trying to wrap up by 11:59 tomorrow evening? What? Laundry doesn't count. Cleaning the refrigerator doesn't count. Mopping the floors doesn't count. I'm going down my list right now. Something a little more on the non-traditional major side. Like, what are you trying to look? Who's in the room? I haven't seen her in a little bit. Dina, good to see you in the room, even though we're definitely in communication offline. Yeah. What are you trying to get done by 11:59 tomorrow? Laundry, I know I'm not going to finish it. And even if I wash and dry it all, you all know it'll be February before it's all folded. There's some laundry I did. Well, I ain't going to tell y'all when I did it, but it just got folded and put away. And we thank God that the gain was still in there. That's an indicator that it wasn't that bad. If you can still feel, smell the fabric freshener, it hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long. Dina, wait. Put up your put up, like put them away. Okay. No, don't put your holiday decorations away until 3 Kings Day. Well, yeah, I'm probably taking mine down right after New Year, so I can't lie. The good pastor is in the room, in here with jokes yesterday. Mm-hmm. Pastor, what are you trying to accomplish? I need to see you when I get to town. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. What are you trying to accomplish by 11:59 tomorrow? I told you all what mine were in it. Mm-hmm. Sharon said, this cold. I wish we could. Pastor, speak to the wind. Speak to the wind. Speaking of speaking, Anthony, if you're still listening, I'm not sure. I still believe that somewhere, sometime tomorrow, but I know one thing that we have in mind for 11:59 tomorrow is for Mother Lisa to take a step. And I believe. Can't help it. I believe. So I'm going to leave that there. Dina said, yes, I have to because it gets cold, too cold for me. This weather is interesting. I had to put the little space heater on this morning before I started, just to kind of this where I am. This is probably the coolest spot in here. And so I had to warm it up a little bit because these 20 some odd degrees does not work. All right. It is 10:30. In less than a minute, you all get your hour for those that are still collecting points. Tashad, good to see you in the room this morning. Yeah. One of my goals is being better with deadlines. Hi, Tashad. Tashad said, experienced a lot of loss this year. Finish the clearing and negativity and finish the clearing any negativity energy out of my space mind, filling that space with courage for whatever 2026 has in store. Absolutely. Michelle D. Smith said, Hi, Representative Worrell. Good to see you in the room. You started to get a text this morning because I want to thank you, your brother, City Councilor Worrell, and also the Senator for work that you all are doing in reference to addressing the deaths that have been taking place at South Bay, quite a few of them over the past couple of years. And they're not just numbers, they're people with loved ones and community members that are aware of what's going on. And we need to know. And so, Brother Chris, Brian already knows. Chris, you have yet to be on Java with Jimmy. Canceled on me a couple of times. But I'm sure you'll be here next year. Me and the Warrells, we do this face to face. You all see what Brian said the other day about how when we first met. And so this is what we do. If I ever walk up to one of the Warrell, and I told them this, if I ever walk up to them and say, hello, representative, hello, counselor, I'll say hello, counselor to Brian. But if it's formal, well, there's a problem. With some people, the more trash I talk, the more I like you. So anyway, Brother Chris, Brian, I did text with Senator Miranda yesterday. And so we'll be getting an update soon about their efforts to have the governor look at what's going on at South Bay County House of Correction. I believe that's the full proper term. Michelle D. Smith said, I plan to complete my online training for Mass Early Education and Care, EEC. That is a requirement for my part-time job with for kids only in Peabody. Got 4 more 1-hour modules to finish. Intentionally planned to be done today. 4 hours of online training, Jesus. We send strength and patience your way, Michelle D. Smith. All right, that is it. It's 10:33, Union Capitol. You all got your hour today. Miss Teresa said, there is a section of my bedroom that I've been avoiding like a plague. I need to reorganize it badly. There is a whole walk-in closet I cannot access now. Every day I make an excuse why I didn't. Well, you did, Miss Teresa, you did also have some health stuff that may have slowed you down some. Okay. Pastor B, an accomplished task would be continuing to hear God's voice so I can come home and serve the way I feel. Are you announcing here on Java with Jimmy that you're returning to Boston? Did I read that correctly? Okay. All right. I'm going to leave that right there. With that being said, it's 10:33, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I'm not getting caught up. Ain't no weather, ain't no Alexa, ain't no nobody to nothing. We'll